Hello, folks. We are now at part 3 of 4 of the delusional woman who decides to blame all men for her piss poor decisions. Now, this commenter brings up the fact that, I, again, don't know if I agree with the commenter, not saying I do, but they basically said, you get cheated on by one man and now all of them are bad guys? And here she is, trying to say, well, you're proving my point. Let's watch.
This is crazy because you are literally proving my point. You got so sensitive of the fact that I claim that all men are just trying to get bitches pregnant.
Which they're not. Not all men are. And that was your implication. And the fact that you do say that is gross. And a man has every right to get defensive of that. If they're not part of that category, I understand there's a rule that says if it doesn't apply to you, then scroll on. But sometimes you just got to stand up for yourself because it gets old constantly hearing how bad you are simply for being a man. And she's about to prove this point in the next 2 seconds.
And that they just disappear, and you're out here saying that you get pregnant or get cheated on by a man, and all of them are now bad guys. This is exactly the problem. No, not all men are bad guys, but those guys that are not bad don't speak up against the men who are bad. That is the problem. Do you not hear me? Should I speak louder? Like, what the is going on in your brain that you don't understand that y'all men do not hold each other accountable for the that you put women through?
So which is it, lady? Are all men not the problem, or are all men the problem? Because you're now saying that the good guys do not hold the bad guys accountable for all the BS that we all put women through. You're claiming that we all put women through this. So which is it? I'm totally confused. Also, I'm not responsible for what my friend does. All I can do is if I see one of my guy friends do something wrong, is excommunicate myself from him. What else can I do aside from call the cops if they're doing something illegal?
What the fuck do I have? How much more do I have to say this? How much more do I have to yell? How much more do I have to explain that y'all are literally condoning this by not saying it with your friends who are doing it? Literally, get the fuck over yourself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the same could be said about women who act like you. Seriously. Because women who act like you will see their friends do some really ratchet stuff, and they won't say a dang thing. Because women are supposed to be able to do whatever they want to. They're supposed to be able to be free to say the things they want to, do the things they want to, with no repercussions whatsoever. Now, I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about specifically the ratchet ones like yourself. So you want to say that men are constantly the problem because they don't say anything, but yet we do say stuff. We do speak out against this. There are plenty of men who speak out against bad behavior, Andrew Tate-like behavior. I constantly call out the Andrew Tates of the world. 24/7. Always do. But you will still say, I'm not good enough. And this is why I don't buy the ally behavior. I will never be an ally. I will never be a feminist ally because ratchet women like this don't deserve it. I love every female friend that I have. But they too are not feminists for reasons like this. She doesn't want to take responsibility for her actions because half of the things that she said in this videos have been her doing as well. And she just wants to pin everything on men, even though she could have prevented a fair chunk of these issues by saying, nope, not going to lay with you. I refuse to because you're not going to wear protection. Or I'm going to use a plan B to protect myself just in case he decides he wants to slip that thing off. Both of y'all are at fault, but you want to put all the blame on the man. Sounds like really ratchet behavior to me. Unlike you, though, I'm not even going to say that the majority of women think like you because I know they don't.